Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. All right, that should be better. Good morning, good morning. Yes. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning, guys. It is Friday of NFP week. Morning, good morning, good morning. All right, I'm gonna do a quick top-down analysis of what I'm looking at in price. So we're gonna start from the higher time frame and work our way down. So let's get started. All right, so we're looking at the monthly time frame here. So far we have taken out previous monthly low. We have about 24 days left until this monthly candle closes. If I go to an even higher time frame at the 3 monthly time frame, you can see how we had our quarterly high above, and you can see how we had our quarterly low. So yesterday's goal or yesterday's primary objective for price was basically to take out our previous 3 monthly low. So this is our 3 monthly time frame. So we had this high and we had this low. So yesterday's primary goal was just for price to take out this low right here. So yeah, we had a pretty big range day yesterday, almost 3% down on NQ. But the overall objective was just this low, this quarterly low from the 3 monthly time frame. All right, so going to our monthly time frame, I'm actually going to make this only visible on this time frame. Yep, there we go. All right, going down to our monthly time frame, you can see how we have already taken out previous monthly low. Weekly time frame. So what I'm paying attention to on the weekly time frame is basically these SMTs at the lows. So ES was basically able to take out this low. So Monday, September 16, we were able to take out this low. So if we draw our little trend line here, and you can zoom in closely, you can see how ES takes out this low. But if you compare it to NQ, that same low we didn't take out on NQ. So we do have some weekly SMTs at the lows. So I'm also paying attention to this. Daily time frame. If those weekly SMTs don't hold and price continues being bearish, then this is my draw on liquidity, this daily imbalance on the left side. That lines up with minus 2.5 standard deviation. So that's my goal if we continue this bearish trend. But in terms of draw on liquidity for me, it will be previous daily low. Yesterday's daily candle took out this low and closed below with bodies of candles. So this to me just tells me that we're likely to just continue going lower. It is Friday, however, so Fridays are made basically for the pullback of the weekly candle. So if you guys are familiar with the TGIF. So if we don't take out previous data low and have some SMT with ES at the lows, so let's make sure actually real quick. Yes, did we take out the previous data low on ES? Okay, not yet, but if ES for whatever reason takes out the low and NQ doesn't, and we have that SMT at the lows, then I'll be willing to play longs, probably for a retracement back up. But in terms of draw liquidity for me, right now it's previous data low. We took out this old low or this previous data low. Candle opened, manipulated, distributed, closed below this previous data low. This could hint at a potential continuation for this low. Like I said, if ES takes out this low, NQ doesn't, we have SMTs, I'll be willing to play longs. That's the only scenario I have in mind for longs is TGIF, daily SMTs at the lows. But we are about like 50 points, 54 points away from this low. All right, so 8-hour time frame. We do have an imbalance above, but I'm not really sure about that one. 4-hour time frame. So what I'm paying attention to on the 4-hour is this imbalance. So if you look closely at this 4-hour SIBI, never really had a closure above the PD array or the imbalance. You can see how we never had a body closure above it or inside. It was just primarily just the wicks doing the damage, stabbing into it and then rejecting. So there probably is some SMTs at the highs. Marked them out earlier. Okay, yeah. So major SMTs this wick on Thursday and the 6 a.m. Friday candle. So ES does not take that Thursday wick, and Q on the other hand does. Oops, wrong wick. Yeah, no. It was probably the hourly time frame then. But regardless, we do have that 4-hour imbalance that we're respecting. The SMTs are probably on the hourly time frame. All right. All right, I'm gonna go to my hourly time frame. So hourly time frame, I have these deviations pointed from the high of Monday to the swing low. We have -4, slightly below previous day low. So in terms of Friday's range, I have my premium discount drawn out. So this swing high on the hourly with the swing low. You can see how price just had this wick at around 8:30. We did have NFP news release. So this wick shot up 0.7%, tapped into our premium range. We didn't really take out that low on NQ. So if I go back to the NQ chart, because I accidentally clicked out of it. All right. So yeah, like I said, 8:30 news shot up, tap equilibrium premium of our hourly range. Did not take out this high at Thursday. That exact high that we failed to take out on Thursday for NQ, ES took it, however. So these are your hourly SMTs at the highs. We also were above the midnight opening price. Saw this immediate rejection, respecting the 4-hour imbalance. And for as of now, I'm still going to continue being bearish. Previous day low, right below us. In terms of entry model to get in, the only one really I see is if I go to the 15, we have this big OB right here. So I'm looking to see if we respect that or not. So I was looking at this order block, right? Entry was going to be around, where is it? Okay, here we go. So this is the 15-minute order block. We have previous day low below us. I was looking for a short entry off this change in the state of delivery. Stop at the high, target previous day low. The only reason why I didn't get in is simply because we didn't really have any SMTs at the lows. So we had the higher time frame PDA, aligned time frame, short-term liquidity rate, but we didn't really get any SMTs. Yeah, there wasn't SMTs for this short that I wanted to take. Therefore, I kind of just tape readed this, but we have 9:30 in play. 6 a.m. candle, all this 4-hour 6 a.m. candle has done. It's just opened, manipulated. Now we're in the distribution here. So let's see what 9:30 does here. So we had some SMTs at the lows after 9:30 has opened. So there are some SMTs here. And here. I'm actually gonna draw it out like this. Yeah. All right. So we're trading into this 1 minute for value gap. retested the change state delivery, so it's OB. We're going to see if there's any SMTs at the highs. Yeah, so if I were to take that short entry, it would have been invalidated, but there wasn't really any SMT, so didn't really bother taking it. But this is why SMT is like one of my favorite tools, one of my favorite Confluence tools. All right, so let me delete this. We have the low of 830, and we also have this high above. So today I'm coming in with two potential scenarios. So one scenario is we offer fair value from our 4-hour imbalance. So this 4-hour imbalance on our 4-hour chart right to my left. So this 4-hour imbalance is either we offer fair value to the low, which is previous day low, or we range bound for the day on Friday because we have taken out both Asia highs and lows for London. And we also have taken out both London highs and London lows. So I'm going to show you real quick. So what I mean by that is this. So if I pull out my Asia or my session profile, you can see how we have Asia, right? We have London taking out the high of Asia, and we have London taking out the low of Asia. And then we have New York taking out the high of London with that NFP wick to premium. And then we have London lows being taken as well. So pretty much London lows taken, London highs taken. So it's either we take out previous day low from our 4-hour imbalance, or we're just gonna be ranging for Friday. So like a range bound day. Also, we did have a pretty large range day yesterday. So it's expected to have a range bound day as well. So two potential scenarios. If we do take out or see a setup to target previous day low, then we'll take it. If not, then we'll sit on hands and wait. If we don't take out previous day low and we open with 10 a.m., I want to see if we can have a potential entry for 10 a.m. All right, so 15-minute OB. Let's see if there's any SMTs at the highs. So ES managed to take out these highs. NQ as well. These highs were taken as well, but didn't really take out this high. But we took it out on NQ. All right, so 15-minute OB, we had our short-term liquidity raid. So this guy right here. In terms of change in the state of delivery, we already had it right down here as well. So this last up close candle from these consecutive up close candles. So short-term liquidity raid, SMT, change in state delivery. So this will be an ideal short entry for previous daily low. Like this. Let's see. Let's see if we reject. If not, then we'll wait for 10 o'clock. I wanted to see a 1 minute candle closure, but we're not really looking like we're going to respect this 1 minute SIBI. All right, so we're inverting that 1 minute SIBI. This idea is still valid though, until we take out the swing high. But so far, we traded into this 15-minute OB, those SMTs to the highs. And we had that short-term liquidity raid. Let me pull up my 15-minute chart on the left side here. Yeah, this looks good. It looked good. But we just had that candle closure with displacement though. So ideally, I was looking for something like this. So stabbing into this 15-minute OB, having that short-term liquidity raid like this, SMTs to the highs, retracing into the change to delivery and then targeting the lows. But you can see we had this like 1 minute candle closure above, inversing this 1 minute. By the same time, we do have the 8:30 news above, so pretty much we have data highs above. So I'm not really too. All right, I'm gonna take out this. It's getting in the way. All right. Five minutes. 5 minute. Let me draw my premium discount actually. So this high and this low, like this. All right, so we have stabbed into premium. I want to see how we close relative to the 15. Because if we do close above around this range, then what we're doing is invalidating this OB because we're literally closing like pretty much above it with bodies of candles. And you could probably look for a 5 minute gap, 1 minute inversion entry, and then target these highs above. Because these are the 8:30 data highs from the 8:30 news release. Let's see. Because one scenario was either retracing into this OB and then respecting it and going for this low. But if we do want to close above, then you can look for entry for these highs above. So we'll see. Because I'm a big confirmation guy. Like I wait for confirmation a lot. And most of the times it saves me. Yes. Yes. I don't like how the 4 hour chart looks though. Because it's very range bound on the 4 hour. So like I said, if we don't take previous day low and range bound for the day, then that's going to be completely realistic because we already took out Asia highs and lows with London, and we already took out London highs and lows with New York. So could be a potential high resistance liquidity running environment today. All right, so let's look at ES. What did ES do? So ES is pretty much, yeah, ES is pretty much just displacing on the 5-minute here. 15. We have to run this high. NQ as well. So yeah, this looks like a very strong displacement here, especially closing above the OB. So I'm gonna delete this. We're just gonna pay attention to what we have. I wonder if there's any New York AM, New York low. Yeah, there's some. 8:30. All right, so we might actually go for the high of day here if we keep closing above. I want to look for this 15-minute gap to be made though, because this would be perfect for longs. So if we basically run this high and close like this, we'll be creating a 15-minute fair value gap. We can look for a entry inside the 1-minute and then look for a long entry like this, targeting the AM high. Let's see. Because we just tapped into premium, but we didn't really get a proper candle closure above this OB. All right, 14 minutes, we can wait. We could wait. Because we do have the 10 a.m. open in 13 minutes. So what I'm thinking right now is if we create a 15-minute fair value gap and we have the 10 a.m. open after we have created this 15, we could potentially see the 10 a.m. to print the wick. So manipulating inside the 15 and then looking for that distribution of the 4-hour back to the New York AM high in a bullish case scenario, of course. So that's what I'm thinking right now. So I want us to stall here for like the next 10 minutes, print this 15, look for 10 a.m. to manipulate inside the 15, and then continue pushing higher. But at the same time, let me look at the hourly actually. Yeah, I like the idea. All right, let's see. I like the idea of that. Let's see. Because the 4-hour, yeah, we're definitely ranging on the 4-hour. I'll be right back. All right, so we took out that previous 15-minute high. And we have this 5-minute gap too. where's the New York low? The New York low is down here. So this is pretty much low of day. So low of day, I'm gonna take some of my deviations, mark it out like this. Okay. So this is the New York AM low, New York AM swing low to swing high. We have the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle. Is there a fair value gap around the -1 and -1.5 standard deviation? Let me see. Not really. We had this 1 minute, but it got left as a breakaway. So yeah, this got left as a breakaway gap. All right, so you have the -2, -2.5 standard deviation. This is where you expect some kind of retracement or reversal. So I'm gonna draw this out just in case. All right, 950 to 1010 macro. So we're about to retest the 6 a.m. open. This is the 4-hour candle in play right now. I want to see if there's any SMTs at the highs. Okay, so ES pretty much ran this high, but NQ hasn't. So there is some SMT at the highs, but I don't really think that bearish SMT will hold. All right, so we're getting these reactions from the 6 a.m. open, and we're getting that reaction with the retest of that time opening. So 6 a.m. open, retest of that time opening, 950 to 1010 macro. Small SMT right here. So this candle, like this. Small little SMT. I'm gonna pull out the 15 down here. 7 more minutes into a new 15-minute candle opens, and it will be 10 a.m. So -2 retest into the 6 a.m. open. We have those little SMTs at the lows. So for entry wise, I'm not really looking for an entry or don't really have my entry model appearing. So I am tape reading this. But if we do stall for a bit around this range and then manipulate down again into the 10 a.m. 15-minute rally gap, that would be ideal to look for longs, but let's see. So like I said, retested the 6 a.m. open, little SMT at these lows. We have the 830 highs or the NFP highs above, so high of day. Now we're above the midnight opening price. 5 more minutes into the 10 a.m. open. All right. What? We have 4 more minutes into 10 a.m. Yeah, this is pretty much a range bound day. Dow already took out the previous day low. ES and then Q didn't. So there was S&T down below with Dow. All right, so we're retracing down here now. Look at the hourly. Oops, not this screen. 15. Okay. Some way if we can create that 15-minute imbalance, we have 3 more minutes into the 10 a.m. candle opens. Like I said, 3 more minutes into the 10 a.m. open. What I'm looking to see from the 4-hour 10 a.m. candle. If we're bullish and we want to look for the Asia, not the Asia highs, but the high of day where NFP was, I'm looking to see if 10 a.m. wants to manipulate, have that 1 minute change of the state delivery, and then look for longs, the highs. If we're bullish here and we want to range for the day. All right, so these S&Ts down here got invalidated. All right, 2 more minutes. Let's see if we can stay within this range. Chop around for the next 2 minutes. Have the 10 a.m. open, and then we'll see from there. But the dealer range would be this high and this low. But yeah, the 4-hour is pretty much. I don't like how the 4-hour time frame looks. Very range bound. But let's see. All right, so higher time frame from the hourly to the daily. This looks very bearish. Hourly 15. Let's see. Hourly 15. So higher time frame, I'm bearish. From the hourly time frame point of view, this looks very bearish on the hourly, if I'm being honest. I mean, we're retesting the midnight open, 6 a.m. Those SMTs at the highs are still validated. It's just the way we're range bounding, that's all. All right, so we have the 10 a.m. open, pretty much. All right, so 10 a.m. in play right now. We're retracing to discount. Let's mark out our 15. So I want to see if we either respect it or disrespect this 15. Because this is definitely going to give us direction and bias. So 15, BISI. Let's see. Drop down to the 5-minute. Drop down to the 1-minute. Delete this because I don't need this anymore. All right, so we have the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. We have retraced down to this 15-minute BISI. Gonna see if we can get a short-term liquidity raid inside this 15-minute. So leave this swing high. Take out the swing low. So this is our swing high inside the 15. I'm gonna see if we can come down lower and then have like 1-minute change in state of delivery and then target the highs. So that's what I'm looking at right now. But I'm gonna want some 1-minute SMT at the lows. Let's see. Because it's either we respect this 15 and shoot for New York AM high, or we disrespect it and shoot for the New York AM low and Paris day low. But considering that it's like a range bound day, I don't think we're gonna go for the low yet. Let's see. I want us to at least take out the swing low, come back up, change the state of delivery, and look for entry for longs. All right, let's see. It's a range bound day, and we'll play the range. All right, so we have this 1-minute for value gap here. We have these 1, 2, 3 consecutive down close candles. I'm gonna see if this 1-minute can make a shoot back down. If we close above this last down close candle, that would be our change in the state of delivery. Let me see if there's any SMTs at the lows. We didn't take out this low. Did we take out this low on it? Yeah, we took out that low. So there is this low. So this SMT at the lows here. But in terms of, let me mark this out. All right, let's see if this 1 minute can make a shoot back down and take out this low. If not, if we do get a candle closure above this last down close candle, that would be your CISD. Let's see. Because we didn't really get a closure above this 1 minute yet. But preferably, I do want to see this low getting ran once more. But if we do get that candle closure above this last down close candle, could look for longs. Stop loss will probably be, if I do 20 points, it's going to be very tight, but I'll probably do this swing low. And then target could be the highs. Let's see, it's a 2R trade. We're getting that inversion as well. This is the current hourly time frame. Yeah, we're not getting that candle closure above this 1 minute though. I want to see the change in the state delivery. That's what I want to see. All right, 15. Make this visible only on this time frame. All right, let's see. Let's try it out. Let's see if we get that candle closure.
Order submitted.
If we don't get that candle closure, I won't put the sell limit in.
Order filled.
All right. Stop loss is going to be at this swing low. And oh, I went short. Oops.
Order filled.
I went short. I meant to go long. Go back here again.
Order filled.
Okay. So stop loss is going to be this swing low. Let's see. We did get that change in the state of delivery though. And we're retesting this inversion. So stop loss is pretty much going to be the low of that swing low. As far as entry, I accidentally went short, but they get that candle closure like that though. Let's see. this is the coordinates for this is 2002, 70, 2002, 70, 75. All right, so it is a range bound day. Not going to expect too much. Have my validation level set. So have this 1 minute inversion. We tap into this 15-minute BISI above the 10 a.m. open. Oh, I would rate this setup like a B setup. Not an A+ setup, but more of a like a B setup. Because we did sting into this 15-minute fair value gap and we did have SMTs to the lows, but we didn't really take out this swing low that we put in. But we did have a change in the state of delivery. So I'm gonna try this long. Stop losses, swing low. If I do get stopped out, then I'm probably just gonna call it a day. Because it could be like a range bound day today. So let's see. Don't want to see a candle closure below the inversion.
Order filled.
All right, I cut the trade. I don't like that candle closure below the inversion. If I do get a pullback above again, then I'll probably look for reentry. But I cut the trade. Don't like that closure inside the inversion. Let's see. So I cut the trade, took a very small loss. So let's see how much points the loss was. Loss was like stop level was 20157.50. So pretty much 25-point stop loss. So I lost about 25 points on this trade. Cut the trade just because we closed below the inversion. Let's see what we do here. But yeah, this setup I took, I'll rate it like a B. We did sting into the 15-minute fair value gap. We did have the SMT discount, inversion, change in the state of delivery. The only issue with this setup is that we didn't take out this low. So this swing low that we put in, we didn't really take it out. So there was no short-term liquidity raid. That's the only issue I have with this setup, which is why I pretty much killed the trade pretty quick. So I didn't like the way we were closing below, stalling around that area. So stalling around this inversion, I didn't like the way we closed below it. So I killed the trade pretty quick, and this was very good of me because if I didn't kill the trade, I would have lost more than I initially would have. So tight, small loss, killed the trade quick just because I didn't like the way we were closing below the inversion. But we could look for re-entry if we want, but let's see. because we do have previous day low below us. So this is our 15-minute right here. 5-minute, 4-minute, 3-minute. All right, so we have this. Let me look at the 15 actually right here. 15-minute time frame. So we closed pretty much inside the 15-minute gap. Did we take out that low yet? No, not yet. Look for this low to get taken. All right, so we took out the low pretty much. How many points are we away from previous day low? We're about like an additional 90 points away. Okay. Is there SMT? This low got taken. So there's still some SMT down here. The thing is, I do want to look for longs, but previous day lows like just straight below us. Yeah, this is gonna go for previous day low. It's retracing deep into discount. I'm gonna mark this out. Yeah, I don't want to catch a falling knife. Yeah, I don't like the way this tracing back up. Let's see. Yeah, we had that that 10:15 a.m. candle closure inside the 15-minute gap. So I didn't like that, but let me see if we get a candle closure below this inversion. 1 minute inversion to prove stay low. Let's see. Because we are coming from this 15-minute busy, but this 15-minute busy could be a inversion. The price does want to disrespect this 15-minute busy and go for prove stay low. I would want to see a 1 minute candle closure, like at least inside or below the mean threshold or the CE of this. Let's see. Patience, 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 patience. We have a 5 minute gap being made. So we could look for a retracement into that 5 minute gap. We do have a 1 minute inversion. We could look for that inversion. Target proof stay low. Because initially we went long, right? So we went long off this 15 minute fair value gap to target the New York AM highs, right? But don't really like how that 15-minute candle closure just closed within this gap. So if we are bearish, then we're going to retrace into this 5 minute, look for a 1 minute inversion. If we don't do that, then we're probably just going to range bound or continue higher. Let's see. So we're stabbing into this 5 minute here. I'm going to draw this out purple. So from this 5 minute, I'm going to see if we have a 1 minute inversion. If not, then probably just continue going higher. All right. It's either an inversion or a change in the state of delivery. Let's see.
Order submitted.
Because we could do a sell limit here at the change in state of delivery. Because we already tapped into that 5-minute gap. And we could put our stop loss at this swing high that we tapped into. I'm going to want to see a change in state of delivery here. Then target will probably be previous day low. I just need that 1-minute candle closure, however. The only thing I do not want to do is be chopped up today, because this is a range. So we didn't get that change in the state delivery. I'm gonna wait 50 more seconds. Because I tried the longs out, didn't work. So if price does want to just disrespect every bullish PDRA and go for previous day low, let's see. Look at my 15 real quick. Yeah. Let's see. No change in the state delivery yet. So these two up close candles, I'm waiting for the closure below of it. Can't really see, so I'm gonna go like this. So there's these two green candles. I'm gonna wait for a candle closure below this last one, and I'll do a sell limit at it. 30 more seconds. The only thing I don't want to see is SMTs though. No SMTs yet. Yeah. Not getting that candle closure below it. All right, I'm gonna wait 30 more seconds. Patience, 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 patience. Let me see if there's SMTs, because I don't want to see SMTs to the low. Oh yeah, we have SMTs to the lows. All right, let's try it out. We'll do a sell limit here. Price does retrace, tap me in. My validation level will be the rejection block of this swing high. Target will be per state low. Let's see if I get tagged in though. If not, then we'll probably just play off this 1 minute for value gap. But I don't like how we created those SMTs in the lows with ES. All right, I'm gonna do a sell limit here. See if we get that. Stop loss will probably just be this high. New candle closure below the 5-minute. Yeah. Nah, it doesn't want to retrace to my sell limit. Damn. All right.
Order cancelled.
All right, never mind. I canceled the order. Didn't get the sell limit that I wanted. But we did take out previous daily low. So we disrespected the 15-minute gap, had this 1-minute inversion, and pretty much just took the low out. Tap minus 2.5 standard deviation. Yeah. All right, I was looking for shorts, but didn't really get that sell limit in. But it's fine. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. But yeah, I was looking for a change in the state of delivery, so we stabbed into a 5-minute gap. So this is our 5-minute gap that we stabbed into, this purple box. This is the swing high that we put in. Then we had that change in the state of delivery down here. I was looking for a retest of it, but primarily I probably should have just got in at this green candle as soon as we closed below it. But you can see how price just ran and took out the previous day low. This was pretty much a, how many points? So from the close down to about 40 points. More like 54 points. Yeah, so that setup would have been a good setup. A 15-minute inversion, 1 minute in the change in state of delivery. So 5-minute gap, 1 minute CISD, delivered down to the previous day low. Good setup, but I missed out on it. Just didn't hit my sell limit. But yeah, this initial long up here basically told me that I was wrong, right? Like I was wrong in the market, like I wasn't in the right direction. So stepped back, reevaluated, looked at what really was going on, and yeah. So now that we took previous daily low, let's see. I'm gonna go back to the higher time frame and do a top down again. Monthly, weekly, daily. So we still have this daily imbalance to the left side of us. 4-hour. So 4-hour for rally gap right here, like I talked about this morning. Never had the body closures above it. So pretty much delivered down to the lows. Let me look at the 8-hour. 8-hour, we did have an imbalance. Yeah, so 8-hour time frame, we did have an 8-hour for rally gap, very tiny one. You can't really see it, but this is an 8-hour for rally gap too as well. Four-hour. But yeah, you can see that we invalidated this 15-minute, disrespected it. That 10-15 candle opened literally right inside of it. Yeah, that earlier long I had, I killed that trade really quick. Just didn't like the way the candles were closing below. Looked good at first to target the 830 highs, but just didn't like how the 1 minute candles were closing below the inversion. So I cut that trade really quick. Hourly time frame. Respected the midnight opening price with only the wicks. So this is the 5-minute time frame. So inside the 15-minute fair value gap, we had this 5-minute fair value gap nested inside this 15. So this basically hinted at me that we were going to disrespect this 15-minute gap just from this 5-minute fair value gap developing and also closing literally right below it. So only the wicks really stabbed into it, and we had that body closure below. So this already hinted at bearishness for a previous day low. But in terms of execution for this, I mean, what I was looking for, of course, was the move up to the New York highs. Never got that. So I'm going to delete the -4, -3.5. But what we did basically was we just reversed from this area from -2, -2.5. So we reversed from this area pretty much, drew out these deviations, 10 a.m. open, and this was the 15 that we were inside of. Pretty sure there's SMTs at the highs too. Maybe this 5-minute gap. I mean, take out this one. I can't really see the SMTs. But we did have the hourly SMTs though, this side. But yeah, like I said, -2, -2.5, retracement, reversal. Ended up being reversal. Swing high, swing low. So this was your silver bullet zone. Right here. Price then retraced into the 5-minute gap. This is where I started to look for shorts. So we opened, retraced, rebalanced the 5-minute gap. What I wanted was basically just this, change in the state delivery. Boom. But I didn't really enter at the closure below down here. I was waiting for more for like a retest of it. And his stop was going to be either this high or the high of this. Actually, yeah, it was probably going to be just that high. But all I was looking for was a retest of that CISD or that order block and just target previous day low. So it would have looked like this, but never really retested it. So my sell limit never really got hit. But this was a pretty good setup. I mean, we knew that the 15 was going to be disrespected. We retraced into the 5-minute gap. Changes to delivery align with the 4-hour expansion. And this was also your silver bullet zone. So this is where you expect price to retrace into an imbalance and continue to -2, -2.5, which aligned with previous day low. And if you expect further expansion, then you'll probably just expect -4 to get hit as well over standard deviation. But this setup right here, man, I was looking for that setup, but the sell limit never got hit. Wow. And if you had some runners, you probably could have held it for a -4 standard deviation. That would have been an additional 200 points, which is gnarly. Wow. But I guess delivery was pretty good. I like the delivery of this. I mean, it was clean delivery for the previous day low. At first, I was bullish just because gap that we made, the SMTs, and changed delivery, but we never got that short-term liquidity rate, which was this old low. So it was more of like a B setup, which is why I killed the trade pretty quick. But this one looked good too. So usually when you expect a 15-minute gap to fail, you want to look for like a 1-minute CISD. Because it's literally just proper time frame alignment. But insane delivery. Hindsight, this is picture perfect, but real time it was kind of playing out too as well. I like the way it was forming. But I'm likely just gonna call it a day. I mean, I'll look at PM session, see if I can get another opportunity. But today was pretty much a small loss. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was a 20-point stop loss or like a 25 or something, but small L today for the New York AM session. Went long, got or told myself, or the market told me that I was wrong. So was looking for shorts, never got the short limit. So there's that. Can't really sit here and complain or anything like that. Just got to move on to the next trade. Move on, move on, move on. All right. Draw this high and this low. Premium discount. Like that. Move on, move on, move on. I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna delete this 5-minute gap too. All right, so in terms of draw liquidity for me, I mean, we already took out the previous day low, but we do have this daily imbalance right below us. And we're about like 309 points away from this daily imbalance. So for me to expect a 1.5% move to the downside on a Friday, I don't really expect it, to be honest. We could just save that daily imbalance for next week. So I'm probably gonna sit here and tape read till 11 o'clock, and I'll probably just end the live stream from there. Good tape read though. It was a very good to see delivery today. It just didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to. So I drew out my premium discount. We have to have -4, -3.5 standard deviation. We have had this 1-minute change in the state of delivery, so this last down close candle. So I'm looking to see if we can reprice to at least equilibrium or premium of the range. Ideally, this would be your TLM model. So if you guys are not familiar with TLM model, it's just about catching retracements and reversals. So you expect like a retracement to premium or reversal. Your TP will usually be set at -2 standard deviations. So swing low, swing high, draw your deviations out. And your basically your take profit could be at your -2 standard deviation like this. But this is all a TLM model is. It's just about catching reversals or retracements. But this is a good setup too, but it just doesn't have a higher time frame PD array aligning with it. $10.41. Today's range definitely could have been difficult for a lot of traders though. Today's range. Oof. Look at the 15 real quick. Not any SMTs at these lows. Yeah, there's no SMT at the lows. Let's go at our 15-minute time frame. All right, so on the 15-minute time frame, like I said, we have that daily imbalance below us. And we are also making some 15-minute gaps above us. We have about 11 minutes into the 15-minute closes. Five-minute, we have tapped into a 5-minute gap. We have drawn out our premium discount zone. And we have had this change in the state of delivery after tapping our -4, -3.5 standard deviation. And you can see how price is retracing up into premium, tapping our -2 standard deviation. I mean, this was a good setup to catch a retracement or reversal, but yeah, I'm not really looking for longs anymore today. We could just range bound, I mean take out this high range bound or just go down lower toward daily imbalance, but honestly, I don't want to trade. I don't want to trade the AM. But this setup was pretty good. All right, so before I head out for today's live stream, uh, I just want to say that today I went against my own game plan. So this was the trade I took for the new people that just came. I took longs today off a 15-minute fair value gap and 1 minute change in state delivery. And I'm going to be showing you guys what I had marked out today as well. Where are you? Okay, you're here. So today I pretty much marked out on the pre-market was bias, bearish, news 8:30 and 12:30, draw, proves day low. POI was our 4-hour SIBI. So this 4-hour fair value gap, I was looking for us to deliver from this 4-hour imbalance, proves day low. So yeah, scenario 1, look for our 4-hour SIBI to offer fair value to prove day low. And scenario 2 is if price invalidates our 4-hour imbalance, potential higher resistance liquidity run conditions. So once we had this retracement up like this, and we retrace down to discount, or let me pull it up on the 15-minute chart actually. Okay. So once we retrace down, so once the 10 a.m. opened and we retrace down to this 15-minute BISI, I told myself that if we were going to manipulate down to this BISI and range for the day and take out this high above, so the 8:30 high, then we'll want to see a 1-minute change in state delivery, right? So we tapped into the 15-minute gap, then we had a 1-minute change in state delivery. See how my idea got invalidated once 10:15 a.m. Closed literally right inside the gap. So this told me that, nah, we're not going to respect it. So I cut the trade really quick. But what I want you guys to learn from me is to not go against your pre-market plan. Because this is good, right? The entry model was there, 15-minute gap, 1-minute CISD, but the narrative and the direction of where price wanted to go, I wasn't properly aligned with it. So as a result, I broke my rules for today. Yes, it's a small loss, but that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I went against my own game plan, which was bearish to previous day low, and I took a long today. And as a result, I took a loss, and the market showed me I was wrong. Yes, I tried looking for shorts. Yes, I had to sell them and I never got hit. But at the end of the day, I got proof that I was wrong, right? So what can I do going forward? Am I going to cry? Am I going to complain? Am I going to go and tilt? No. What I'm going to do is journal it for me to look back on this weekend and move on. Because there's 1,000 more setups waiting for me to take. This isn't my only setup I'm taking. There's 1,000 more setups that are literally waiting for me to just press that button. So I went against my own plan. So now I'm just gonna eat the loss and move forward. So I'm probably gonna call it a day. Just gonna enjoy the weekend. And yeah, I'm just gonna go over what happened today later on and move on because like I said, 1,000 more setups waiting for me to take. So hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Remember, go over what the week has done, what you can improve, and try to become just 1% better every day, guys. All right, so I'll see you guys on Monday on the live stream. Take care, guys. Be safe.